Hi, this is Stephanie, and for my project, I did the dangers of social media. Okay, my inspiration for this project was me wanting to give warning about the negative effects that social media can have on people, and I have knowledge from personal experience. So, my method and rationale for my methodology, I used Google Scholar for scholarly articles, and those were actually fairly easy to find because there were a bunch on this topic. And I used regular Google search for the non-scholarly articles. And my rationale, like what I believe, was whenever I got on social media a few years ago, I got depressed and I did not want that to happen to anyone else. And social media sent me to a very dark place. In fact, it took me a few years to be able to get back on it somewhat regularly after I completely cut it out. So, and the effects are cyberbullying, unrealistic self image, stress, anxiety, depression, sleep problems, addiction, and self esteem issues. Cyberbullying, it happens mainly to younger people and it can happen anonymously, which I think happens more frequently than not. And about 10% of teens are cyberbullying. And considering how many teens there are, that's a lot. Um, Social media can also give a negative self image, and that can lead to eating disorders such as anorexia and bulimia. And it gives a distorted view of what people should look like, and that's mainly caused by photoshopping pictures and then posting them. And then that causes youths to start sexualizing themselves at a younger age to get attention. With stress, getting on social media increased people's awareness of other people's stress, which in turn caused them to get even more stressed out than they previously were. And it induces more stress than it relieves. And a study showed that women tended to be more stressed than men did when they got on social media. Anxiety and depression. Comparing oneself to others, that is a big trigger for anxiety. And social media, it triggers more sadness and less well being, which isn't good at all. It conjures a perception of self isolation, which can lead to being in solitary confinement more. And um, depressive symptoms were often linked to online interactions. It can also cause sleep problems. People end up scrolling on their phones for a long time after they go to bed. And the light on phones or like laptops or stuff can disrupt sleep. And the blue light from the phone particularly disrupts the melatonin flow, and melatonin is a hormone that helps people sleep. Addiction, I'm not going to read all of those, but those are criteria of what addiction is, and there's actually a disorder called Facebook addiction disorder. Likes or shares release dopamine, and there's the what it does. And addiction to social media is also linked to relationship problems and other stuff. And self-esteem issues, it makes people feel inadequate. It makes people feel less happy and confident, and it causes fear of missing out, also known as FOMO. And that is all I have for my presentation. So I guess I will see you guys next semester.